Good morning, students. In the last video, we have discussed about the law of chemical combination, and they were law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportions. Here we are discussing the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory, and this theory was given by John Dalton because after those two laws of chemical combination, the next task before the scientist was to give the suitable explanation of these laws, and that was given by John Dalton in 1808 about the nature of matter. This theory is based on concept of divisibility of matter and also on the laws of chemical combinations. Here are the postulates of Dalton atomics theory. First postulate, as you can see, the first postulate is every element is composed of extremely small particles called atom. And second postulate, atoms of a given element are identical both in mass and properties. What does this mean? The meaning of first postulate is very simple. Every element is made up of very small particles, and the name of those small particles are atoms. And in second postulate, they are telling about the element. Suppose we are picking up the example of any element, say hydrogen. Element hydrogen, it will be consisting of all the hydrogen atoms only, and all the hydrogen atoms will be having same mass and same properties. This is about second postulate of Dalton's atomic theory. Third postulate. According to third postulate, different chemical elements. Now they are talking about different chemical elements, and different kind of atoms will be present in different elements. For example, one is hydrogen and other is carbon. You can say one more oxygen. These are three elements we have selected to discuss. The element hydrogen will be having only hydrogen atoms. Carbon element will be only having carbon atoms, and oxygen will be having only oxygen atoms. And the properties of these three different atoms will be different. Their masses also be different. It is the meaning of this postulate. Now, fourth postulate, atoms cannot be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. According to this postulate, any atom, it cannot be created, cannot be destroyed if any chemical reaction has taken place. And this postulate comes from the first law of chemical combination, that is law of conservation of mass. In a chemical reaction, the total mass of reactants will be equal to total mass of products. And next postulate, that is compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combine chemically with each other in a small whole number ratio, and this ratio is fixed also. But they want to explain you, whenever any compound is formed, the two different or more than two different kind of atoms participate to form that compound, and the combination of those different atoms is fixed, plus they also combine in small whole number ratios. Like example are given, 1:8. This is the ratio of water, ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in water. 3:8. This is the ratio of carbon and oxygen in carbon dioxide. It was explained in last video. So this postulate comes from the second law, law of constant proportions. Next, last postulate is the relative number and kind of atoms are constant. For this, to understand this, example is water. Whenever you talk about water, the formula will always be H2O, means chemically two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom will combine to form water. It means relative number and kind. Number of atom and kind of atom are constant in a given compound. The compound as example we picked up is water. Another example, let us let us discuss, that is carbon dioxide. Always one carbon and two oxygen will combine to form carbon dioxide. Any other example you can pick, that is HCl, hydrogen chloride. So one hydrogen and one chlorine, means this is constant relative number and kind of atom. I think it is clear to you. Now, the limitations and drawbacks of Dalton's atomic theory. Limitations or drawbacks means negative points, you can say. So, whenever these points were given, after some time, different scientists work on it, they study it and give different explanations to that, and they put forward many points as drawbacks. Two of them I am discussing here. One is atom is no longer considered as smallest indivisible particle. Why? Because they are made up of still smaller particles like electron, proton, neutron. Okay, and next point is you can see substances made up of same kind of atom may have different properties. Means any substance which is made up of same kind of atom, different substances, but their properties could be different. For that, the example is charcoal, graphite and diamond. These three are made up of carbon, means same kind of atom, but they have different physical properties. If you have seen all these, charcoal, it has different texture, graphite, its texture is different from charcoal, and diamond, these three have different texture, different properties. Diamond is hardest out of these three. Charcoal and graphite are not so hardest. Graphite you are using in your pencils, okay, as pencil lead. Now our topic is over. Please write these two questions in your notebooks also. Thank you.